provide financial leadership. That starts with hard work. In 1 Timothy 5 and 8, if any provide not for his own, and especially those for his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. Somebody who doesn't take care of his family's physical or financial needs, he says, is worse than an infidel. I'll tell you what modern Western culture fails to understand. The ability to sire children does not equate to manhood. The ability to buffalo another girlfriend and sire another child does not equate into manhood. Manhood is about being there when it's difficult, and it's not easy, and it's not fun. It's about making the hard decisions and doing the hard things and doing what you have to do all you can to take care of them. That's what real manhood is about. And that's what this passage teaches us. You work hard to provide for your children, and I'm going to tell you something. You'll look at them as children. Some of us that are older fathers, I think, can identify with this. You'll look at them as children and you'll think they don't appreciate what I'm doing for them. And frankly, at times they don't. And I'll tell you why. Because they've never had to do it. But someday when they're grown, your phone will ring and they will have figured it out. And you'll hear that coveted, "Thanks, Dad." But you know, it doesn't really matter to what degree they see it insofar as you doing the right thing before God. What matters is what God sees. Now, I know we want our kids to appreciate us. But as far as the final record, what matters is God seeing that you've done what you can do to take care of them. In Proverbs 24, verse 30 through 34, I went by the field of the lazy man and by the vineyard of the man devoid of understanding. And there it was, all overgrown with thorns. Its surface was covered with nettles. Its stone walls was broken down. When I saw it, I considered it well. I looked on it and received instruction, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. So shall your poverty come like a prowler and your need like an armed man. When you think about what this passage is saying, this passage is teaching us to be industrious in taking care of our stuff, to be a hard worker. That sets a tone and a precedent for our home. And of course, the field that he's talking about here is presumed, I suppose, to be a field wherein a crop is raised or where animals are kept. So it's something that it's not just a matter of having the house to look nice, but it's a matter of something that's connected to his financial pursuits. So there's this idea that swirls around everything that a man has that says, don't be lazy, but take care of what you got. Now let's wind the clock back to childhood. Those of us who are old guys, and let's think of the lessons, some of which may have been kind of a bitter pill to swallow, but think of those lessons that Dad taught us. Take care of your stuff, boy. Clean it up. Show that you appreciate what you've got. And they wouldn't let you abuse it. And maybe that was a tool or some item, or you helping with the place, or maybe that was a toy and you were a really little kid. And Dad is teaching you to appreciate what you have and work hard and take care of what you have. That's setting a tone of hard work in the family that starts at home and goes out to the workplace. Thrift. Proverbs 12 and 27, the slothful man roasteth not that which he took in hunting, but the substance of a diligent man is precious. A lazy guy wastes what he has. That's what that passage is teaching. So what is the idea? We shouldn't waste what we have. We should be thrifty. Don't be wasteful. Appreciate what you have. Be thrifty with your resources. If the circumstances of your life require that you be extra frugal and conservative with your finances, then do that. And guys, we may have to put some of our hobbies on hold for a few years until we get our family taken care of. Because their needs come before what we want. A father loves with self-sacrificing love. And that means he sets aside what matters to him in exchange for the needs of his family. So we're not this guy that cluelessly wastes the things that he has But we're supposed to be careful with what we have to tend to the needs of our family. Generosity, Proverbs 3 and verse 9. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. Teach your children to give. By the giving that you do, and in as much as opportunities allow, letting them participate with you in the giving. Teach them generosity. That's a kind of financial leadership the church needs in our homes.